Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this April the 3rd, 2026. I'm hoping everybody had a great Friday out there so far, but it is a great Friday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. In tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the storm system moving across the country. You can see we have a cold frontal boundary stretching from Texas all the way to portions of Wisconsin and the Great Lakes region. Area of low pressure spinning over here across the North and South Dakota back into Wyoming, and got plenty of moisture moving out of the Gulf. A lot of atmospheric moisture moving across portions of Florida, Georgia, a little bit in South Carolina, and then all the way up into Maine. Just a little bit of moisture moving ahead of that cold frontal boundary. Got a little bit of activity down across Cuba and the Bahamas, also across Mexico, southwestern portion of Baja region of California. That was activity just to your west that will continue to move on shore. Then got more activity across southern areas of California and southwestern portions of Canada. And then you can see high pressure pretty much in charge in portions of the western U.S. from portions of Washington, California, Nevada, Utah, and over towards areas of North Texas. But you can see that area of low pressure that will continue to lift away from the area as we roll forward. So sorry about no video last night. I had to take care of something. I hope everybody enjoyed the video that I have been posting, and I am back tonight with another forecast update for you. So make sure you subscribe if you have not, like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. And we're going to take a look at your local forecast, your current watch and warning advisory map, storm prediction center outlook for day Saturday and Sunday, your weekend outlook, and also take a look at the rainfall totals over the next 7 days as well. So alright, let's move on into your local forecast. This is your weekend outlook here, and it should roll out something like this here across the board. Let's see, we got freezing rain over here in portions of New Brunswick to Maine to New Hampshire, Vermont, also up here in northern Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. Got some snow and heavy snow up here across Minnesota, North and South Dakota, a little bit in portion of Montana, and Wyoming. Got a few patches there as well. Critical fire weather over here in portions of Colorado, Kansas, and New Mexico. Got flash flooding and heavy rain possible over Iowa, portions of Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, and also Mississippi and Louisiana. Severe weather possible from western New York State, Pennsylvania, Ohio, portion of Indiana, and southeastern Michigan. Then we got thunderstorms and showers stretching from the northeastern Mexico State to Texas to Louisiana to the Carolinas, back to Missouri to Michigan to New York State, also Pennsylvania, a little bit in central and eastern Florida. Shower activity up here in areas of eastern Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and the coastal waters. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Saturday. Alright, let's continue forward and take a look at your Sunday outlook. And it should roll out something like this here across the board. And you can see we got several cold frontal boundaries, one on the east coast stretching into the Gulf. Then we got another one up here from Wisconsin stretching all the way through areas of Nebraska, back into South Canada. Got a few areas of upper level troughs moving into the western U.S., but that is pretty much just dry area of troughiness across the western U.S. But anyway, we got thunderstorms and showers from Arizona to New Mexico to Texas to Louisiana to Florida, Florida Keys to Alabama, Georgia to Carolinas, all the way up to D.C., Delaware, and West Virginia. Shower activity for portion of Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, eastern Maine. Freezing rain possible over northern Maine and a portion of northern New Hampshire. Then we got mixed precipitation New Hampshire, Vermont, New York State. Again over here in Wisconsin, also Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska. Then we got some snow flying up here around Lake Huron, Lake Superior, northern Wisconsin, northern Michigan, and also into central Michigan as well, stretching over into Lake Huron regions as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Sunday. Alright, let's move on into the current watch and warning advisory map you're locating across the nation. And it looks to roll out something like this here across the board. Alright, here we go. We've got frost advisory up here in Washington State, Northern California. Wind advisory over Southern California. Also on the Nevada-Arizona border. Also more wind advisories in Montana. We have freeze warnings in effect for Utah, Colorado, and also in Arizona. Some air quality alert for southeastern Arizona. Red flag warning over here in areas of New Mexico, Colorado, Nebraska, and also Kansas. High wind warnings also in effect for portions of Nebraska and also Wyoming. We have winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories for you guys in Wyoming, eastern Montana, also in the North and South Dakota, Minnesota, also in the portions of Wisconsin. Even got some ice storm warnings there as well, stretching into areas of Michigan, northern Michigan, that is, northern areas of state of Michigan as well. Got some winter weather advisories, also portions of Maine and portions of New Hampshire. Wind advisories and also some flood warnings in effect for New York State. Flash flood warnings and flood advisories also in effect for Ohio. Then we got flood watches in effect for northern Indiana, southern Michigan, also Illinois. We got a tornado warning for Illinois areas as well. And got more flash flood warnings there as well. And tornado watches also stretching into Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, and northern areas of Missouri. Then we have severe thunderstorm watches and warnings from Missouri, then to Kansas, Oklahoma, and North Texas. Flood watches there as well for Oklahoma and the portion of Arkansas. Got a severe thunderstorm warning for central Arkansas as well. And some hydro issues over Michigan. Alright, small craft advisories up here from Maine all the way down to the New York City area, southern Florida to the Florida Keys, southern California to Washington State, southern Hawaii Chain Island with some special weather statements there as well, and northern areas of Alaska with some small craft advisories also. Alright, now let's move on into the Storm Prediction Center outlook for day number 2, which is Saturday. Alright, general thunderstorm from Texas to Michigan to Wisconsin to New York State to Georgia, portion of Florida Panhandle, marginal risk from Texas to Louisiana to Mississippi to Alabama, also in southern Tennessee, and then from Kentucky to western New York State, eastern Michigan. Then we have a slight risk from portions of Louisville, Kentucky to far north as Rochester and Buffalo, New York areas. Alright, tornado probability should roll out something like this. We have a 2% area up here across Ohio and a portion of Pennsylvania and western New York State. Could be some tornadoes of EF1 to EF3 there as well. Damaging winds 5 and 15%, but you can see 5% down here along the Gulf Coast, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, southern Tennessee, Kentucky up to western New York State, and there's that 15% from Ohio into a portion of western New York State and Pennsylvania. Can't get it out. But here's a look at your large hail outlook, less than 5% all areas. Alright, here's a look at day number 3 for severe weather. Should roll out something like this across the board. And we got marginal risk from northeast of Columbia, South Carolina to Charlotte to Wilmington to Raleigh to Virginia Beach, on up into New Jersey, Delaware area, and then from New York City to Florida Keys to southern Texas, West Texas, over here to areas of Arizona and New Mexico. Just a general thunderstorm outlook for you guys, but this could be where some severe weather just northeast of Columbia, stretching up toward Washington D.C. and Delaware areas. Alright, probability 5% in that vicinity. Alright, rainfall totals next 7 days, not 16 but 7 days out. Heavy precipitation in the western Atlantic off the southeast coast into Florida, also down toward the Bahamas, also in the Gulf, also across the state of Mexico to Texas, all the way to southeast Canada. And then you can see we have maybe about a tenth to maybe a half inch of rain anywhere from Maine to the Carolinas to portions of southern Georgia to the Panhandle of Florida, and then out west from Mexico State to areas of Dakota, southwestern Canada, South Canada, stretching far west as California and the coastal waters in the eastern Pacific. Alrighty, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Friday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. and make sure you subscribe if you have not already.